Hello, people. Got a new blaster tonight. Much of you guys might know my '01 blaster, red frame, blue plastics. A guy called me up for it and told me he wanted to trade. I said, "What's wrong with your blaster?" He goes, "Nothing. It's got a bent axle, which I just changed with." And I said, "What's done to it?" He goes, "Nothing. It's all stock." So I'm like, "Bring it with you. Bring the cash just in case." He goes, "All right." So he pulls it out here, and I automatically knew that it was my friend Raphael's old blaster. You could tell by a few easy things. The Maxxis rear tires. All right, they might all have Maxxis rear tires. No air filter at all, just an airbox lid, which is what his had. His had a full pro circuit. The guy didn't even know this thing had a full pro circuit. His had this front bumper, a broken plastic right here, and red gasket maker on the bottom of the cylinder from when he did the top end, and Nerf bars, and a broken rear brake cable, and a bent down lever, and a hole in the front plastic because I sold him this plastic. This is my friend Raphael's. He lives about 10 minutes from me. Sold to a guy in Connecticut for $750. The guy said he paid $750. I sent him a picture of the guy that I took while we were loading it up, and he goes, "Yep, that's the guy." So I'm happy because now I know this thing only has maybe 5-10 hours on the tops because he only put like 15 minutes on it, my friend Ralph. So basically what I'm doing to it, I took the wheels off because I changed out the axle, and then I realized that my axle was just a bit bent. You can't even tell. I mean, when I roll it, you can kind of tell, but it's not bad. It's still going to wear out the tires evenly, so I don't really care. Because my other axle with a good axle has bad axle bearings in the carrier, and I don't feel like taking it out. So I'm basically just going to leave it like that. The seat's kind of like lopsided. I got to fix that with the plastic. Painted the rear rims black. I got to do the fronts next, and I got to flip them. I'm taking the power reads out of my uncle's blaster. Depending, I might just wait a week and get power reads for this thing. It's got a nail in the front tire. I already knew that. It's got a CVP or whatever the figure you call it front bumper. I might just wait a week because my uncle's going to pick that thing up Saturday, and it's got a lot of power the way it is, so I might just leave it. And then I got to flip the front wheels tonight, paint the front wheels black, fine-tune it. I took the gas line off and ran it dry because I thought I was going to take off the carb. I'll probably take off the carburetor anyway and just check what main jet's in it. But when my friend got it, it sat in the shed for 2 years and never started. And the guy just never rode it anymore. So he got it cheap for like $300. Called me up. He goes, "There's no spark. What should I do?" He knows a lot about bikes, but just for a quick fix, he called me. I told him unplug the Taurus brain under the hood. He unplugs it, has perfect spark, fires right up, and then stalls out because he just fired up on starting fluid. Clean out the carb the next day, put gas in it, straight gas, because the oil injection he thought had oil in it, and then he starts riding it around. Starts riding around, goes up and down his driveway 7-8 times, the engine seizes right up. Takes off the top end, the piston fried to the cylinder. So he took everything apart. Bottom end was mint. I even went there and I checked it out. Bottom end was mint. And put a new Yamaha top end kit in it and honed out the cylinder and fixed everything like that. And then he realized the oil injection did not have oil in it. He had water in it. What a dumbass. So then he put it all back together and finally listened to me and blocked off the oil injection. And then it ran fine. Then he dumped it, and then I got it now. She starts up. She runs good. I'll make a startup vid after I take apart the carb and rejet it. Because I think he said he had a 290 in it, which a bike like this should call for like a 320 with no air filter, which I'm gonna buy one, and some other shit. So I have all my main jets over here. One of these is like a 320. I forgot. I think it's this one. Yeah, 320 right there. So I'm going to pop in the 320, clean out the carb because he doesn't really know how to clean carbs. And then I'm going to put it all back together and see how much better she runs. Bolt down the plastics a little bit better. This one's broken. I'm just going to bolt it down nice and tight. But yeah, it's a nice blaster. So talk to you guys later.